Today marks the first episode of, I guess, my more personal series. Hello, my favorite people. Today we're going to be reacting to a video that's called things basically that you should never do while you're in Germany. So I've been getting this itch recently that I really want to go travel again. And Germany is like top 5 on that list. But Germany is a country that I don't necessarily know much about. So that's the main reason I created a channel like this, is so that I can learn about other cultures and other people's ways of lives and see like y'all's perspectives. So before I like book a flight and fly over to a country that I really don't know much about, like historically, culturally, I thought it would be best to prepare and kind of learn the do's and the don'ts, especially as an American, because I've found also that there's a huge stigma about Americans, and I don't want to be one to be like, I don't know, show up somewhere and people like, oh yeah, that's an American, or people judge me for whatever reason. So if I can avoid that, I want to try. So that's why we're doing things you need to know before going to Germany. Now, Germany isn't the only country that I really want to travel to. I love the Amtrak and the Eurostar opportunities that Europe offers. You don't get that in the States. So if I can take a train from Germany to like France and Italy, Spain, that would be really cool too. Those are just a couple countries that I feel like I want to also bring onto the series because I really want to get to traveling. But yeah, this video is just me learning the do's and don'ts of what to do when you travel. And I think, again, as an American, this will definitely help me. And especially in a country that I don't think the first language or the main language is English, so that may even be an issue for me. So I gotta learn some Germany, I guess. Whenever I came to the UK, it was easy because everyone spoke English. It wasn't much of a culture difference. But I think Germany may be a little harder, so I just want to prepare. If you're new here, please subscribe. I always do content like this. This channel is Favour International, where I do travel vlogs and learn about other cultures because it really interests me. Not to mention, we have to do geography. Now that is one thing you Europeans do have up on Americans. Geography is not our strong suit. So I need to figure out the train situation, what is close to Germany, and figure out what I actually want to do when I get to Germany. But anyways, subscribe if you're new here, like the video so I know you want me to do more content like this, and let's get into the video, shall we?
You want to go to Germany?
Oh. Can't hear her.
Here are some things you need to know before you go from a German native.
There we go. From a native too, that's really good.
Hello, servus, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Felicia. I'm originally from Munich, Germany, but have been living in Cincinnati, Ohio, off and on since 2016.
Of all places to live in the US, Ohio? Ohio?
Off and on since 2016. Now, traveling isn't really a thing right now, but I know that many of you can't wait until that's going to be possible again. And I know that many of you are planning your future trips in your heads. And for all of you who've always wanted to visit Germany, or even move to Germany, I'm sharing some things that you should definitely know before you go.
This is another thing. I've been thinking about moving out of Texas, but it's a huge, because I grew up here, this is my home, I'm used to it. It's a huge jump, I feel like. But then the thought of like moving internationally also crosses my mind. Universal health care, cheaper living, just like socialism in general. But at the same time, it's like leaving everything you know, the United States. It's a scary thought. I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet.
These are things that I usually tell friends who go to Germany for the first time, but I'm sure that many of you guys could benefit from this as well.
Yeah, let's get it. Oh God. Oh God, I forgot the math. Meters, kilometers. I mean, to be fair, when will I ever really need to know, hey, this store that you want to go to is 10 kilometers down that way? I can just Google Maps it. But the currency and the conversions, I definitely need to know because I don't want to get ripped off. I think I'll be good here though. I'll be fine.
The first one sounds pretty obvious, but believe me, people forget about this all the time. Different countries have different outlets and voltages. So if you're from the US, you'll need to bring or buy an adapter if you want to use your electrical devices, because your American plugs won't fit into a German outlet. We also...
The UK one is so weird. It's like a circle. I don't even know what, it was just a weird situation.
Have a voltage of 220, 230 volt in Germany, whereas it's only 120 in the US.
Oh.
And not all electronic devices can handle the switch, so be sure that you do some research about that before you go.
That's because our power grid sucks. It's always going out, like, especially in Texas. So basically y'all's electricity, the voltage is stronger than here in America. So like my phone is used to 120, but when I go to Germany, it'll be getting to, I mean, it'll charge faster. That's cool. Right? I bet you all must have Teslas then, right?
Especially hair dryers and hair straighteners usually don't work with a different voltage. I actually broke a hair straightener once because I tried using my German one in the US and that just made it stop working. What does work usually though is laptops and phone chargers and those kind of things. Okay. And even though I am obviously aware that the outlets are different, I totally forgot about it this past Christmas when I went home to be with my family because I got a new laptop recently in the US that came with an American charger and I totally forgot that
even the
first time
laptops
ever I would need an adapter that goes from American plug to German plug and not the other way around. But luckily my dad has a bunch of travel adapters. The Euro, US, we also many other countries in the European Union, and at least compared to the US, we also use a different measurement system, the metric system with kilometers instead of miles, etc. Even though the US really is the odd one out here.
Honestly, I still don't understand why we did that. Like, just to be different. Because when you think about it, literally the entire rest of the world uses kilometers, meters, all that stuff. So where did we get feet? I mean, it's easy, 12 inches in a foot, and just it goes on from there. But why they just made it harder for us. And we already have a stigma. We don't know geography. So why are they trying to set us back even more? I don't know. I don't know what our founding fathers were thinking. They were just like, I'm sick of the British. I want nothing associated with them. So they wanted to change everything. Anyway, store hours, 24 hours. Our Walmart used to be 24 hours, but now since Coviana, they changed their hours to where I think they close at 10 or 11. Which, by the way, if you want a Walmart vlog or like a grocery shopping vlog, let me know because I got to go do groceries soon anyway.
I will do everything in my power to get a just resolution for your case.
Why the heck is a law firm having a commercial? That's one thing also I really like about Europe. Y'all's commercials are, there's not an advertising. You're not trying to get me to buy something every time.
In the subtitles.
The next point causes a pretty big shock for many people who visit Germany for the first time. Stores are closed on Sundays, even grocery stores.
Is it a religious thing? Because the only place that does that here is Chick-fil-A. But they're like a Christian company, so that's why. Let me know.
So make sure to plan ahead because the only places you'll be able to find any groceries on a Sunday are stores at train stations and gas stations.
Stores at train stations? And grocery shopping at a gas station? I feel like the food would be like unhealthy or like expired or something. And at a train station, buying food at the train. I don't know. Maybe we don't have trains, really buses where I live. Like, you have to have a car to survive in the US. So having a grocery store at the train, that kind of sounds cool. It's like a bodega inside the train station, right? That'd be cool.
This has a Christian background, but it also has to do with workers' rights. In Germany, we believe that everyone should be able to get a rest day on Sunday and spend time with their family. Restaurants...
A government that actually cares. Unfathomable. They've made it a law to where you have to, like, you are guaranteed a day of rest. That's crazy. It's law that you get Sundays off because you need one day out of the week to rest. They'd work you here to the bone. They'd make you work 7 days a week. Wow, that's very nice. And then that makes me also think of like the maternity leave a lot of European countries have. Like, y'all take care of your people. I like that.
Movie theaters and those kind of things are usually open though.
Cash culture. I don't know. I'm sorry. This is one I will not be getting on board on. I do not carry cash. I'm afraid of being robbed, pickpocketed. Attenzione! Bravadici! Pickpocket! Like, that's something I don't ever want to be in a situation of. So I use my Amex card. Subtle flex, subtle flex.
Even if you're only in Germany for a day, you should make sure to carry cash on you. Germany has a pretty big cash culture, and there might be quite a few occasions where you won't be able to pay electronically, like when you want to get something at a bakery, a kiosk, small stores that don't accept card payments, or things like parking machines.
Okay, but what about, like, it's the day and age of technology, so we have Zelle, we have Cash App, we have a bunch of different currency exchange things. It's like when you're in New York City on Canal Street shopping, you can just Zelle the little people, you know?
You can either get some cash from the ATM in Germany, but be aware that there will probably be an ATM fee and a currency conversion fee if your bank account isn't in euros, or you can also ask your bank at home to get some euros to you before you leave. That might be the best option actually, because that way you'll also have some cash right when you arrive in case you need it. What
and you'll be able to budget.
Is exchange money at the airport, because it'll be a lot more expensive.
Yeah, they finessed me whenever I was in Mexico. They straight up finessed me, which is weird because the US dollar is worth more than the than pesos. So how did I lost money, I feel like.
I think what my clientele is, you guessed it, driving in Germany. I'd like to introduce today's sponsor.
How do you curse in Germany or in German?
1,000 off my subscribers to click the description.
Driving. The roundabouts. You will not, forget it. I'll just Uber. I know it'll be more expensive, but it's better than having to deal with those roundabouts. I'm not ready.
Now let's talk about what you need to know about driving in Germany, because there are a few differences that you should be aware of before you get behind the wheel. The first thing is that gas is a lot more expensive in Germany than it is in the US. It's about
3 times? Are you insane? It's already almost $4 here in Texas. $12 a gallon. Yeah, I'm Ubering. That's not even a question. Uber and Lyft. Or I'd rent a bike or something. Or just walk. Because then I very rarely walk because I don't live in like a walking city. So I'd just walk. I'd see the beautiful scenery. I'd get exercise and I'd save money. Which reminds me, what fashion do Germans wear? What do I pack? Regardless, though, if gas is 3 times the price as what it is in America, I'm not driving. I feel bad for the Uber drivers too, then, because like you have to get really big tips to be able to survive, and imagine having a family on top of this expensive gas, and groceries are expensive. You pay taxes. Okay, the European lifestyle doesn't sound as, like, economic anymore.
About 3 times as expensive. So if you were gonna rent a car and just drive around Germany or Europe, that's not going to be as cheap as you probably expected. In fact, it might be a lot cheaper to get around by bus or train. We have a pretty good train system all over Germany and over Europe too. And especially if you're just staying within one city in Germany, public transportation might be a more convenient and less stressful option for you too. Because traffic can be a little crazy, the drivers can be aggressive, and parking in a German city is usually a nightmare.
Ooh. So I'd have to visit somewhere that's relatively close. Like, she was saying she's from Munich, which it seemed like was all the way at the bottom of the, like, the southern region of the country. But where's Berlin? Where's, like, the countryside? Like, how long does it usually take to travel, like, all those distances? And on top of that, to other countries. Because, again, I want to use the Eurostar and, like, country hop next summer.
When you need to get gas, you should know that you pump first in Germany and then pay afterwards.
Pump first, pay after. That would not work here. People don't just steal the gas. Just pump and leave. There's no accountability. Here you have to pay first, and then you're able to pump the gas. What's stopping someone from just pumping the gas and leaving? Free gas, especially in this economy? A lot of things in Europe feel like it's like a perfect utopia type situation. You pump the gas and then you pay. Yeah, how people would just steal it here.
And you don't usually pay at the pump, but you'll have to go inside afterwards to do so. The regular gas in Germany is called Super, but of course you can always look at what it says inside of the gas cap as to...
So you got diesel, we have diesel here. Super Plus. Okay. So this is like 87, 89, 91 diesel. Like we have them in numbers here, but y'all call it Benzin, Super Plus diesel. So like my car would probably just take the Benzin, which is 87.
To what kind you should put in the tank. Then of course there are different driving laws in Germany, so be sure to check those out before you get on the streets. Two major things are that you can't turn right on red, and you always need to watch out for cyclists and pedestrians.
You can't turn slow, just life slow. You can't turn right on red. Here you're supposed to stop, right? It's a stop sign. You look and then you can go. You can turn right on red. Here. You're telling me, well, it doesn't matter because I won't be driving anyway. But you'd be getting a ticket if you turn right on red. Why? Just look, just yield, you know?
Especially when turning right. I found that that's not really something that people learn in driver's ed in the States.
Because we don't do it.
In many American towns, people walking or riding their bike isn't really a thing. For everything else, like the street signs, speed limits, and driving on the highway, the Autobahn, you can check out my video on driving if you want to.
Oh God. Who remembers the driving series we did? No, but it seems like there's, regardless of this video, like it's letting me know, but I feel like once I get to Germany and actually have to experience everything, there's gonna be a lot of culture shock. Like we don't have really sidewalks for people to like walk across town and bike lanes. That's not a thing unless you're like in Chicago or New York City. Even in Dallas, I think it's rare to you don't get bike lanes. Like you have the sidewalk, which is still not level, like it's very hilly. So yeah, I think this video was good to like highlight a lot of things I need to start thinking about, but I don't think I'll be prepared for the culture shock until I just touch down. But let me know what other videos you think would help me or that I should get into. It seems like the driving situation is a big deal again. I don't have my international driver's license, but I do have a US one, so I don't know if that would work if I did find myself in a situation where I had to drive. But yeah, I got to do more research. I got to react to more things to do in Germany, where to go, geography, other countries I want to visit, all that. So look forward to that content and make sure you just subscribe so that you don't miss that. And give the video a like so I know you want to do more content like this or just content on Germany anyway. Thank you for watching. Bye.